So I'm sitting here this evening. As you can see, Boo is very interested in me. She's actually turning her back. Hey Boo, hey Boo Boo, say hello. So yeah, I've been posting about whole foods and processed foods, ultra processed foods, and it's important that I think when we first start on a diet or a healthy eating program, that we need to go through our store cupboards and decide what we're going to get rid of. And I don't mean just chuck it in the bin, because we've got to think of landfill. I'm thinking, well, maybe we can give some stuff away, maybe. If there's any stuff that we haven't opened, there's a possibility we could give that to a food bank, and all those other things. So my first thing that I did was to cut out sugar, because sugar was the big thing for me. I used to take like 2 or 3 teaspoonfuls of sugar in a cup of tea every day, and I used to drink 5, 6, sometimes 8 cups a day, a ridiculous amount. Chocolate biscuits, cheese is another nemesis of mine. Although we do have cheese in the fridge, I don't eat it very often, and actually I just had a piece of cheese. But it's a treat, and it's nice to have a treat occasionally, and because if you're not doing it all the time, that's fine. There's no law saying you can't do that. So limiting the problems you've got of going into the cupboard and snacking. And what I tend to do now is there's nuts and there's berries and there's fruit available to me. I've always got boiled eggs that have been boiled and put in the fridge. I've always got bits of chicken in there that has been cooked and seasoned with all different flavorings, and she's still not looking at me. So if I feel the need of a snack, then what I do is I pop along and I'll have a piece of chicken, or I'll have a boiled egg, or I'll have a handful of nuts and walnuts. And almonds are pretty good. I love almonds, although they are high in fats and things. But I mean, handful of them. Some Brazil nuts. I tell you what I do like on my salads is things like grapes, and some sunflower seeds, cranberries, the dried cranberries, they're really nice, and goji berries, flax seeds, all these other things. So what I used to eat 6 months ago is not what I eat today. So you hear me saying I can eat whatever I want, and I really do eat whatever I want, but my food choices are different now. So my average calorie intake is about 2,500 calories per day, but my average calorie burn is 3,500 calories a day. So I'm always burning more than I'm eating, and that's the key. Is not so much being in calorie deficit. It's more about, as long as your activities are and your calorie burn is higher than your food intake, then you're never going to put weight on. And if you find that your weight is dropping a little bit lower than you wanted to do, and that's what happens when you're in a situation like myself, which I'm on weight maintenance, I'm actually maintaining my weight, and sometimes I find my weight is starting to drop, so I need to up my calorie intake in order to compensate for that, or lower my activity levels, so I don't exercise so much, in other words. So, but I'm keeping my weight up, and it's like this. It's like a heartbeat, boom, 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 and that's ideal. So I've got the right amount of activity in my life. I've got the right amount of calories in my life. I'm loving my food choices now, and I'm also very, very mindful of what I'm doing. So, and that's all stemmed from going into the cupboards and getting the right temptation, but every so often we need a little bit of a treat, and that's important. So I will give you tomorrow. I've got a way of you actually losing weight without going on a diet and without exercising too much. So you've got to have a little bit of exercise. You've got to have a little bit of activity if you're trying to lose weight. But I've got a way of getting you to lose, and it's going to be a social experiment to see how many people this happens to. But I'm not going to go into it now, but there's a way of losing weight over a period which should work by keeping the lifestyle that you were used to instead of changing anything dramatically. And if you like the weight loss, and then what's going to happen is you're going to get encouraged. Hello, Boo. You're going to get encouraged then to actually lose a bit more, hopefully. Aren't you, Boo? What do you think? Boo, what do you think? Are you going to say hello there? Are you going to say hello? Maybe not. I'll talk to you tomorrow a bit more in depth about that. So just let me know what you think. Bye.